Hey guys, so I'm back with another video, and this is actually going to be a tutorial. So, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm Makeup by Renren. Makeup by Renren is my name on all of my social media, by the way. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, blog. So if you follow me on Instagram, recently I posted a couple of pictures, and I was really bronzy and glowy, and you know that's kind of my thing. And I recently told you that I did a whole foundation look using mainly powder, with the exception of concealer under the eyes. And the reason why I did that was because I decided to treat myself, because June is my birthday month. So I decided to treat myself and get my makeup done. So I got my makeup done by Marsha, aka Beauty Amazon MUA on Instagram. She was coming up from Miami, and I said, what the heck, you know, no one ever does my makeup. I want to get my makeup done. And I was going to get my hair done the same day because my hairstylist was going to use me as a hair model for her salon's grand opening. So I got my makeup done, and I noticed one of the techniques that she did was she didn't use a lot of foundation in the sense of creams or liquids. She says she doesn't like to use a lot of makeup on her clients, and so what she did was she just put concealer under my eyes, and then everywhere else was pretty much like a mineral powder, pressed kind of powder. So I decided to try to do it on my own, and I was really happy with the way it turned out. And you can do this with anything that you have. You don't have to have these same products. Just kind of something that's similar category. And with it being summer, it's being really hot. It's crazy hot here in Georgia. I kind of like the fact that I don't have a lot of wetness on my face, because that ends up getting shiny. And I'm naturally dry, but my T-zone is getting oilier and oilier, especially in the summer. So I'm going to show you how to do mainly powders, and it feels good. I don't get as oily when I wear just the powders, and I think it looks really nice, especially because I use a lot of bronzer. So let's go ahead and get started. I did my eyeshadow. So it's just a simple brown look with gold in my tear duct. Kind of what the makeup artist did on me when I got my makeup done. Have my brows on. So let's go ahead and do the face. So the first thing you're going to want to do, no matter if you're using powders, creams, or liquids, is do a primer. I always say primer, primer, primer. Prime your makeup to make sure it lasts. And if you're dry like me, just make sure that you moisturize really well before you do this, because you don't want the powder to stick to anything on your skin, because people who are dry have sometimes have problems with using like a mineral powder or any kind of powders because they are dry. So this is kind of helping too, because it's smoothing out my skin texture. So whatever I put on top is going to be nice and slick on top. So now we're going to move on to just concealer. So I decided to use the Cover FX, this is their cream concealer in medium. Use whatever liquid or cream you have. In the Instagram picture I used an Anastasia Pro concealer, the one in the pot. You can use whatever you have. So I like to kind of keep the same brands together. So I'm just going to apply this under my eyes. Now when you do this, you're going to want to pick a good concealer that covers well as one that's a little bit lighter, because not only is it going to be your concealer under your eyes, but it's also going to be your highlight. So I have a lot under here, and the reason why is because I'm going to take the excess and just kind of run it down the bridge of my nose, and then the middle of my forehead. And then I'm just going to blend it out nicely, especially the edges. I can put a little bit on my chin because I know that's where I need a little brightness. Anywhere that you highlight, I just take whatever's left on my finger and I bring it down. But I make sure to blend out all of these edges. Okay. So we are definitely highlighted. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to set that with a translucent powder. So this is like my little powder to go. I usually have the Ben Nye Banana powder in here, as well as the Cover FX translucent powder, because I just love the way that the Cover FX powder has a little bit of a sheen to it. So it kind of looks very illuminating on the skin. So I'm going to take a little bit with my Sedona Lace Luxe Essentials cheek brush, and I love it because it's luxury hair, so it's super soft and it fits right here. This is where we're going to put it. Ah, so soft. Okay, do the same on the other side. And then I'm just going to set wherever I put the lightness. And the reason why I do this is because now I'm going to use a whole bunch of colored powder and I don't want to lose the brightness under here. So I'm going to use the Cover FX Pressed Mineral Foundation in G70. In the Instagram picture I also use MAC MSF in medium dark. They're MSF natural. So I like a powder, a mineral powder foundation, but one that's pressed, because I don't want to deal with like a loose powder, like, you know, the old school Bare Minerals kind of deal. So now I'm just going to buff this into my face. I'm just using this Tulip contour brush from Sedona Lace, but I'm using it on the side so I can kind of just tap in the product. And this is going to blend in the edges of where I put that highlight. And it's also giving me just enough coverage and evening out my skin tone. So do you see how it's already looking better? This is what, if I do wear foundation to my corporate job, this is the one that I'll wear because it's really light and natural looking. It doesn't give me that a super powdery finish. See how that already looks really good? Okay, so then we're going to move on to bronzer. So I got this new bronzer from Cover FX. It's called Sunset and it's their matte bronzer. It's their darkest one. So I love it because it's really nice as a contour. See that? Such a good contour color. And I'm going to take my Dome Contour brush from Sedona Lace Vortex. And then I'm just going to contour. So of course, you know, according to your skin tone, use what bronzers look good on you. Like if you are more cool, use more of a cooler tone bronzer. If you want, if you're a little bit more on the yellow side, use more of a yellow tone, brown tone bronzer, not a red. So we are contouring. Okay, and this makeup is good because it doesn't transfer as much either, especially when we set it at the end with the makeup setting spray. So this is an old brush I haven't used in years. It's the Low Cornell Maxine Mop. It's a paintbrush from Michaels, and I'm going to use it to contour my nose with the same bronzer. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and do one more bronzer. I know it seems a little much, right? So this is an old bronzer. I reviewed this like probably 2 years ago on my blog. It's the Color Caramel Terra Caramel Bronzer. And I love it because it's just so pretty. And it's got like a really nice reddish kind of shimmer to it, which looks good when I have a tan. That's why when I use it. So I'm just going to kind of hit the perimeters of my face. And this is just kind of going to give me more color. Not really a contour. I'm just using it to kind of give me a glow. Now on women of color, bronzers can be your best friend for giving you a glow. Because I'm not using it to really tan. I'm just using it to give a glow. Okay, so you got to have a blush. So I'm just going to use a nice peachy blush because I think it looks really good in the summer. This is Fresh Melon from City Color Be Matte Blush. And it's really pretty. It's huge and it's like under $5. It made my favorites video a couple months ago. So I'm just going to apply this right on the apples and then up at a diagonal. I don't always do the apples like that, but that's what the makeup artist did, so I wanted to kind of try something different. Okay. Then I'm just going to take the excess and go all over. And the last step, of course, knowing me, is to do a highlight, and I'm using my favorite Color FX Sunlight Highlighter. Oh, I love this stuff. I asked Color FX for an extra to do a giveaway, but they're sold out because it's so popular. So I'm going to wait for it to come back in stock and hopefully do a giveaway on this later on in the summer. So I'm going to take my Luxe Essentials cheek brush and just hit tops of my cheekbones. Oh yeah, see that glow? So yeah, this is my bronzy summer foundation routine using mainly powders. I hope you guys like it. It definitely is really easy to do, and it doesn't feel heavy, and it feels like it will last in the summer heat. So I would, at the end, if I don't have a makeup setting spray handy, but I would just spritz with like Scandinavia or your Ben Nye matte, Final Matte. I love all of them, and that way you can just kind of take down the powdery look. Okay, so we finished the face, and of course I gotta do the lips because I did everything else. So this is the Iman Lip Pencil in Bronze. It's a really old lip pencil, but I love the color. Like, it's my perfect lip liner color. Okay, and of course my favorite Alcone At Home Enduring Lip Color in Creme Brulee. I wear this color like all the time. Okay, so let's top it off with a gloss, just for a little bit of shine. This is the Alcone, their Blinged Out Gloss in Grace. Oh my gosh, that looks really pretty. Okay, so this is the final look. This is my summer bronzy foundation tutorial, mainly powders except cream concealer under the eyes and a little bit on the highlight. So it's really natural to me. Like, it doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't look powdery, but you can always set with a makeup setting spray. This is Scandinavia. So this is going to take away the powdery looks if you do have one, and it's going to set it, and it feels to me really lightweight, which is really great for the summer. It doesn't feel like it's going to transfer on a whole bunch of clothes, and it really looks glowy because you have to pick the right powders. Now, don't pick a foundation powder that's super matte. Pick more like a mineral powder that looks a little more skin-like. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will have all of the products and details on my blog at makeupbyrenron.com. So that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, have a great night. Ciao, Bellas.